Alright, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another anime live action video for you guys, continuing my streak of how anime has influenced Hollywood in live action films and cinema. This time we're going to actually be talking about, yet again, my favorite horror anime series of all time, Elfen Lied, and how it inspired the Hollywood film Lucy. So yeah, if you guys didn't see already, I did make a video about how Elfen Lied inspired Stranger Things, you know, the Netflix smash hit TV show, but apparently it also inspired another Hollywood big film, that is Lucy, which I actually never did get to see because I felt like when the trailer came out, it pretty much just kind of already showed the movie. Like the trailer pretty much was the movie to me, and I was like, I mean, it looks all right, I guess. You know, Scarlett Johansson, she's cool, she's nice, she's pretty, but do I really want to watch the film? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. When it came out, I just didn't really want to watch it that badly. But after seeing the comparisons online and reading this article, I might actually check it out. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. What happens when a human can access 100% of their brain? According to this year's Lucy, what happens is much the same as what happens in the anime Elfen Lied. Lucy centers around the titular character played by Scarlett Johansson as she accidentally absorbs a large amount of an experimental drug that grants her complete use of her brain. The film explores multiple themes, including human cruelty, existentialism, and what it means to be human. The most recurrent theme throughout, however, is whether Lucy's psychonetic abilities and heightened intelligence even make her still human. The similarities between Lucy and Elfen Lied may not appear to be all that obvious at first, other than the fact that the protagonists in both are called Lucy, but the themes and concepts of Lucy more than vaguely resemble Elfen Lied. The anime series revolves around the introduction of a species almost identical in appearance to humans called Diclonius. Aside from possessing powers extremely similar to Lucy's in Luc Besson's film, the anime also deals with many of the same issues that Lucy dabbles in. Even with their extremely high intelligence and mental powers, Diclonius are frequently shown to be just as compassionate as humans, even with their strong tendency towards logic, coupled with the concept of how difference is treated by humans in an almost universally negative way. Lucy may have a different disequilibrium to get its narrative started, but it certainly shares some very similar themes with Elfen Lied. So yeah, in this case, I feel like it's definitely not as obvious, right? It's not as in your face at first glance, but still nonetheless, it kind of is Hollywood just kind of ripping off from an anime. In another summary of the plot of Lucy, it says it's about a girl named Lucy who has her brain unlocked, giving her superpowers, which then she uses to take down the organization that's doing experiments on her, which is very similar to the plot of Elfen Lied, where a girl named Lucy that already has telekinetic powers gets revenge on a lot of the people from the organization that did experiments on her. So yeah, in that sense, they are both very similar, but obviously their stories differentiate a lot, and I think not just in terms of the story, but also the tone. Like Elfen Lied is definitely a horror series, whereas Lucy is more of an action, you know, typical Hollywood film. So the two are definitely bound to differentiate in that sense at the very least. But yeah, I still thought it was worth mentioning and definitely making a video about, because again, so many people always say anime live action, it can't be done, this and that, yada yada yada. But my argument is that it definitely can be done, and in fact, it already has been done. You just don't know it yet. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, that helps me out a ton. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next video.